Hello everybody, Terry back again with another video. Oh boy, it is a Santa Claus competition here in French Open. The players are competing who will be the biggest Santa Claus, who giving most gifts away. This is hard to take down Chapo in that department, to be quite honest, because 106 unforced, it is really hard to... It is difficult to be worse than him, to say the least. But we have a player who at least tried. He saw what Chapo did and he saw, man, that looks good. It seems pretty nice to try to celebrate Christmas Eve 2-3 months before. Anyway, the player I'm talking about is... What did I say a couple of days ago, guys? What did I say? Who is the one of the most unpredictable tennis player that we have ever seen? Stan the man Wawrinka. Who else? The only player I can come up in my head at the current moment who maybe is worse than him, probably he is Marat Safin. Just look at the dudes, guys. Have we ever seen multiple Grand Slam champions like Stan is with 3 majors, like Marat Safin is with 2 majors, who has won so little tournaments during their careers? Marat Safin, he has won only 15 tournaments. Considering he is a 2 times Grand Slam champion, he won only 15 tournaments during his career. That is not a lot, guys. You have to have bigger expectation from a multiple Grand Slam champion like him. And then we have Stan, who is a multiple Grand Slam champion with 3 majors. He has won only 1 more than Marat Safin. 16 tournaments all in all. So, there you have it, guys. These 2, in my opinion, are the most unpredictable tennis players of all time. What did Stan say a couple of days ago? I feel I like these conditions. They are heavy. I can hit through from these conditions, from these heavy conditions. I can beat anyone. But you forgot to say one thing, Stan the man. I can lose against anyone as well. Against an unknown player we have barely heard about. I've never heard about him. A wild card from France. Gaston, have you ever heard about him before? 239 in the world ranking. This can only happen to Stan Wawrinka. Not even a player like Berrettini, who's maybe is not super consistent, and clay is not his best surface. He would never have lost against that dude. Not even a player like Zverev, he would never have lost against that dude as well. Zverev has, the last couple of months, he has shown some consistency. You have to be fair against the dude. He was in the semifinals in Australian Open. He was in final in US Open. Was only 2 points away of winning that title there. And now he's in the 4th round in French Open. So, am I surprised? Am I surprised that Stan Wawrinka gets knocked out in the 3rd round against a wildcard French dude, 239 in the world ranking? Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not surprised at all. I'm not even shocked. I'm not nothing. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not surprised. Because Stan Wawrinka, he is a hit or miss player. Stan Wawrinka is a hot or cold player. You never know where you have the dude. You just try to take as much as possible balls into the court, like Gaston did. Gaston, he didn't have any weapons. Pretty short dude. That's why he barely made any first service in. 52% he made first service in. You know that? Why? Because he's not so tall. He's just a slight taller than Diego Schwartzman. Slight, some inch. 1 or 2 inches taller than Diego Schwartzman. That's it. He tried, of the resources that he had, he tried to do what he could, because he cannot blow away Stan from the court. Gaston didn't have any firepower. He tried to... I saw his game plan. It was pretty obvious. Him and his coach, they have done the game plan. They have done the homework. And the homework was put as many balls as possible into the court. and Stan Wawrinka will beat himself. And Stan did 74 unforced errors. Yeah, he did 49 winners, but he did still 25 more unforced errors than winners. And Gaston, he did 41 unforced errors and 35 winners, but still he does only 6 more unforced errors than winners. So obviously the game plan was pretty obvious. Take the balls, loopy high balls into Stan Wawrinka's backhand, and he will eventually hit himself out. He will beat himself, and which Stan did. And this is what happens when you face Stan Wawrinka. You don't know where you have him. He can blow you out of the court, but he can also beat himself and celebrate Christmas 2-3 months earlier, like Shapo did 2 days ago. So and the same thing the Spaniard did 2 days ago did against Shapovalov. He knew that he's a better player than Shapovalov. For God's sake, Shapovalov is world number 11 at the current moment, and the other dude was world number 101. He just put as many balls as possible into the court, and Shapo will do all the work. Oh my God, didn't Shapo did do all the work? Oh yeah, baby, he did. And the same with Stan Wawrinka. He did all the work. It is one thing to lose. Everyone can lose. It is not any miracle to lose a tennis match, for God's sakes. Everyone can lose. Even against a wild card, you can lose. You can have bad days. Even though Stan has had 80% of his days in the ATP Tour, bad days. Even though he has won big titles. Big congrats to him. He has really done a remarkable career in winning big titles. 3 majors. People cannot win 1. He did it 3. He won 3. So he can be proud about that. But his consistency has not been there. He is not a consistency machine. He is an unforced error machine. So everyone can do bad matches. Everyone can have bad days at work. But man, to be bageled like he did in the 5th set. For God's sakes, Stan Wawrinka, give me a break. To be bageled against the world number 39. I'm sorry, the world number 239. You have to have bigger expectations than that. You have to put more fight than that. Where is the fighting spirit, for God's sakes? You are the world number 17, I believe. I believe Stan Wawrinka is world number 17. You are, for God's sakes, a 3-time Grand Slam champion. Did he look like a 3-time Grand Slam champion yesterday? Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't. Stan did a great first set, 6-2. 6-2, he took him up, because Gaston, he doesn't have any firepower, man. He doesn't have any firepower. He like I said, he just tries to take as many balls as possible into the court. And Stan Wawrinka blasted a lot of winners in the first set. Took him out, won that first set 6-2. Then, of course, as longer the match progressed, as more unforced errors Stan did. Because Gaston, he was not blinking. His game plan was obvious. I saw that. Take the ball high up into the Stan Wawrinka's backhand. Even though Stan Wawrinka's backhand can be really lethal many times, and has been many times during his career, but it also can break down horribly, and eventually he breaks down that backhand. He hit so many unforced errors with his backhand and with his forehand as well. So Gaston won that second set 6-3, and then in the third set, when the match was even 2-2, they interrupted the match because of the rain, and then when they came back, Gaston won the third set 6-3. Then Gaston lost the fourth 6-4, and then I thought, all right, now Stan has the experience. Stan is more experienced player. He has played a lot of 5-set matches during his career. He is 35 years old. This dude is, I don't know how old he is, 20 years old, something. He's not experienced in playing Grand Slams. He's not experienced in playing long 5-setters. So I thought to myself, maybe Stan will take this home anyway. What happens? Boom! The guy bagels Stan Wawrinka, the 3-time Grand Slam champion. That I didn't see coming. That Stan lost, of course, I knew that it could happen. But that Stan lost that 5th set, 6-love, that was a shock to me. It was a shock. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to lie. You know me, guys, by now. And you have to have bigger expectations than that to lose a fifth set. 6-love, for God's sake. 6-love. Come on, man. 6-love. Lose with dignity at least. Lose with pride at least. Lose with white face or whatever you can call it. With dignity. Lose with dignity. When you go to the mirror the day after and you look at yourself at the mirror and say to yourself, yeah, I did what I could. It was not meant to be. You didn't do what you could in the fifth set, Stan Wawrinka. You cannot look at yourself and say, I did what I could. No, you didn't do what you could. To lose a set 6-love against a player, a wildcard player, a non-experienced player, a 239 player in the world ranking. No, you didn't do what you could. Stan Wawrinka, he served pretty bad as well. He landed only 57% of first serves in and won only 60% behind those first serves. That is not any great numbers, to be quite honest. On the other hand, his opponent, Gaston, he served even worse, 52% behind his first serves in because he's short. He cannot make a lot of first serves in, but he won 63% behind those first serves in. And behind those second serves, Stan wins only 50. It is pretty decent number, 51%. It is not a horrible number to win 51% behind your second serve. But his opponent wins 52% behind his second serves. That says a lot about Stan Wawrinka's returns, which are horrible, and they have never been good. So that is, and not in the news. And on breakpoint conversions, Stan Wawrinka breaks 5 out of 17 opportunities. That is way too bad, man. You have 17 opportunities and you break only 5 times. That is 29%. And also the reason to that is because he has bad returns. His opponent braked 8 times out of 18 opportunities, I think. 8 times out of 21 opportunities. So he's a little more efficient than Stan, 38%. Stan, 29%. All in all, a deserved winner. Congratulations to him for getting his biggest win of his career, of course, and getting a lot of millions into the bank. He will be happy about this fourth round run here eventually, because it will end here. Dominic Thiem will eat him like breakfast. And some of you, I read my comments, some of you said, Stan Wawrinka, man, he's the big deal. He will get to the semi-final. He will take out Thiem in the 4th round. Man, come on, guys. You should know tennis better than this. For God's sakes, I really hope that Stan would go to that 4th round, so Dominic Thiem would humiliating him. He would have eaten him like breakfast. He would have eaten him. Dominic Thiem, he means business, guys. I saw his match. To talk a little about Dominic Thiem against Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud, who is a really good clay court player. You know that Casper Ruud is the player who has won most clay court matches this year, this strange year, 2020, because he played some clay court tournaments before this pandemic year started, and he has been successful guy. So Casper Ruud is a good clay court player. No problem for Dominic Thiem. Took him out in straight sets. 32 winners, 28 unforced errors. Decent numbers, in my opinion. So Dominic Thiem, he means business, guys. Dominic Thiem will get to that semi-final. Trust me. He will get, and he will give Rafa a match, I believe. Even though that Rafa, I don't think he will defeat Rafa, to be quite honest. Rafa is looking impressive, guys. He's looking murderous, which is not any surprise. He has a 250 class tournament draw, guys. He has not faced one top 50 player, you know that. So, man, 74 in the world ranking. That Stefano guy from Italy. Do you think he has a chance against Rafael Nadal? 6-1, 6-4, 6-love. Rafael Nadal, 28 winners, 13 unforced errors. He does 25 more winners than unforced errors. I'm sorry, not 25. 15 more winners than unforced errors. So, Rafael, man, just put the guy to the quarterfinals immediately. Rafael Nadal, just put him. Let these lower-ranked players not be humiliated by this Spaniard bull, because he's destroying them. He's killing them. He's making them look like toy boys. Like toy boys he's making look them. That's why I have not even seen one single match from Rafa Nadal in French Open. I am just seeing the highlights. For the first match, I maybe will see the match that the fourth round match against Sebastian Korda. Sebastian Korda is a 20-year-old player from USA. We all know his son from Peter Korda, the former ASL Open champion. And Sebastian Korda, obviously Rafa Nadal is his biggest idol. He said, I even named my dog after Rafa. So, and I love the guy, he said. Yeah, I don't think he will love the guy on Sunday, that's for sure. When he will humiliate him in straight sets, we will count the games. Even though Sebastian Korda has a pretty big game, he does a lot of winners. I think he did 48 winners in his match against Martinez. Sebastian Korda, so he hit the ball big. But Martinez and Rafa Nadal are like two different worlds, you know. It's like comparing a cat with a lion. Martinez the cat, Rafa Nadal is the lion. So Sebastian Korda, he took out the cat. Will he take out the lion? Of course he will not. We will be counting the games on Sunday. I think that Sebastian Korda will not win more than 10 games. That is my prediction. I think he can maximum win 10 games because he's the dude. This Stefano guy, he won 5 games. Sebastian Korda has a bigger game than the Italian dude. So I'm guessing that Italian dude will win, Sebastian will win maximum 10 games against Rafa Nadal. Any sets, it is not even a talk about sets there. Forget the sets. He will not win any sets. So Rafa is looking murderous good. He will face now next-gen player Sebastian Korda, who really loves Rafa Nadal. But like I said, he will not love him on Sunday. Then Schwartzman came through, even though I was not deadly impressed from Schwartzman, to be quite honest. He was 2 breaks down in the first set, but came back, won the first set, and then won the third and fourth, 6-3, 6-3. But all in all, Schwartzman did 41 unforced errors, and 13 wins, and 17 wins, I believe, something like that. And that is not deadly great numbers. The only way why he came away from the first set was really because his opponent was not that good. His opponent did 65 unforced errors, for God's sakes. To do 65 unforced errors against a baseline machine like Diego Schwartzman, who loves hitting ground strokes on the baseline and who is a super grinder, you will not come away. And he, of course, didn't. Schwartzman came through in straight sets. Then we had my upset alert. Sasha Zverev. He was impressive against Cecchinato, but Cecchinato was horrible. He was doing a lot of unforced errors. Sasha, he really impressed. He didn't do many errors. He did 31 winners, I believe. And I believe he did 20 unforced errors, something like that. So Sasha is impressing. Did only 5 double faults. So he took out the one-hit wonder of French Open of 2018 in straight sets. The one-hit wonder's journey in 2020 French Open has come to an end. He won 3 matches in the qualifiers and he won 2 in the main draw. Now he can pack his bags and go home to Italy. So now we will see. And Sinner was impressive in this match. Won his straight sets. He's doing a lot of winners, Sinner. Not so many errors. Sinner is going under the radar, guys. He will give a match to Sasha, I believe, but I don't think he will beat him. I just think that Sasha, he feels more experienced now, more consistent nowadays. Even though sometimes he can struggle in his matches like he did in the second round. Barely came through there. But like I said, against Herbert took Sasha's game apart with no rhythm, with chip and charge, with net game, with but Cecchinato is a baseline player, Sinner is a baseline player, and Sasha Zverev, he likes to play baseline tennis. He likes to go to long exchanges. He's not afraid, and he has that great first serve, Sasha Zverev. So his second serve is bad, but in this match against Cecchinato, he did only 5 double faults, like I said. He served pretty good, all in all. So and Sinner. Will Sinner have a chance? Of course he will have a chance. He's a talented player. He's the youngest player left in the draw, 19 years old. Yes, great ground stroke Sinner from the both wings, forehand and backhand, great first serve. he's not the greatest mover in my opinion. So Sasha Zverev will hit through him, I believe, because Sasha Zverev hits the ball pretty heavy from both wings. But Sasha Zverev is the better player, so I think Sasha Zverev will come through Sinner. Rafa Nadal, of course, will come through Sebastian Korda with dropping maximum 8 to 10 games. Then we have, so we will have a quarterfinal match between Sasha and Rafa. And then Thiem, of course, will come through Stan, the man's player who overtook him, Gaston. Thiem will eat him like breakfast, and Thiem will face Diego Schwartzman in the quarters, I believe. So there you have it, guys. Some of the matches that we saw yesterday. The biggest surprise, it is not a surprise, it was a little upset. It was Stan Wawrinka losing. But I am not surprised. If I was surprised, I'm going to tell you one little secret here. If I was surprised, I would not put any money on the Gaston dude. Yeah, guys. Yeah, that's why. That's what I did. I knew that. He won 2 matches. People are hyping him. They are thinking that he can beat Thiem. Man, it is not even certain that he will come to Thiem. I will put. I never play. I will be honest with you. But I thought with myself, I put just a little money. Not much. I'm not crazy, you know, because Stan, of course, was the better player. So I'm not. I thought I would put just a little money, because the odds was so big on Gaston. So, and what did happen? Gaston, he made my day yesterday. Not much. We are not talking about big things here, but I was right on my guts that he can beat Stan, and he did. I am more proud about the satisfaction that I was right than about the money, because money, they are just small numbers we are talking here, because I didn't bet any big things, just small money. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, 22 minutes long. I can never shut my mouth. I cannot have short videos. I'm sorry. Take care and bye bye.